Are you looking for popcorn ceiling repair in Ottawa, Ontario? Hi, I'm Kyber with PatchBoyz Ottawa Drywall Repair, and in this video I'm going to walk you through some of the jobs that we've done and explain to you why it's not true that popcorn ceilings can't be matched. Plenty of people have come to us saying that, oh, we've been told it can't be matched, but we decided to do a little bit more digging and only to find out that it absolutely can. First off, the times where people are told where it can't be matched are often one of two scenarios. Oftentimes it's insurance work and a contractor is being brought in at the request of an insurance company, and either the contractor does not have the skills to match that, or there was a leak, and instead of leaving any potentially contaminated drywall in place, they remove a much larger section to prevent mold from coming back. But it's very common for people to say that it just can't be matched. And then the other scenario is just people trying to create a much bigger job out of something that doesn't have to be. We have a lot of people that come to us thinking they need stipple removal, and they don't. And sometimes stipple removal is great. If you do have the money, it's going to increase the property value by more than what you end up spending for the stipple removal, and it makes the ceiling a lot easier to repair in the future if there are leaks or just any regular ceiling access. So I'm going to take you through some of our jobs and show you how it can be matched. There's no such thing as a perfect match, but there is such a thing as a match that is much less noticeable if the technician is very skilled. So here, I'll show you the difference. If you look here, you can see there's a lot more space between the stipple granules than there is here. Now, you go to this home in person, you're not going to notice it unless someone has told you about the repair and you really look at it. Let's look at another one. Here, there's a crack by the chandelier base, and it is unnoticeable. So the trick is to grade it and blend it gradually, and after that point the blending really isn't noticeable. So here there was a trough, and that trough was repaired, and then holes made for the pot lights to go in. The wiring is already there. Here we just had a bunch of holes. They were all fixed. That's not stipple. In this case, a piece of molding was removed from the chimney, kind of the chimney stack inside, which left this exposed drywall, and we were asked to come match the stipple. Here's a perfect example of how it can absolutely be done for you. It's not a problem if somebody has the skills. Here's a stain. It was cut out and replaced. Always best to cut out stains rather than try and stain block, because there could be bacterial content up above. Here we have something on the flat border that also infringes on the stipple area, and you can see there's staining there, so it was all cut out and redone. In this instance, same thing, a hole in the stipple, and it was fixed completely and barely noticeable. Here, in this case, the homeowner didn't want to repaint. So depending on how long ago your stipples were painted, your stipple ceilings were painted, it may be a good idea to repaint the area because you can match the stipple and you can do a paint match, but you can't age match. And things age differently on a wall or a ceiling than they do in a can. So it doesn't matter if it's the same color. After a certain amount of time, it's just not going to match. So we have more examples. We've done hundreds of these jobs all across Ottawa and the Valley. So if you have any scenario that you're wondering if it can be fixed, advice is free here. Just send in your photos. We'll be happy to take a look, give you a free estimate. There's no obligation, and we'll see if our two families work well together. And if the price works for you, we'd be happy to come in and get things back to the way they were. Thanks again. My name is Kyber with PatchBoyz Ottawa Drywall Repair, and I look forward to hearing from you.